Hello guys, this is Lex here, and for people that don't know me, I'm a World War III lover. It's an FPS that is free on Steam, you can download it anytime. It's a really good battlefield killer. Today I wanted to talk about strategy in the game. A viewer of mine just wanted to have a few more clarification about how I do, what I do on the map, what I'm looking for, what to look for, how to not get killed, how to get lots of kills, how to read your heads-up display, and navigating throughout all the tools that you have available on your screen, footsteps, sound, gunshot, everything that's happening all in the same time in a game. So I just wanted to regroup that and then talk over my little video, and I did, I think, 83 kills. Yeah, let's start. So yeah, to start here, again, my favorite weapon I think is the MSBSK. This is the first weapon you get in the rifle family. I run with the QD suppressor. So why using the QD suppressor, not the backpack? People are telling me, but Lex, you're losing a little attachment slot on your weapon. And I said to them, yeah, I understand that, but the suppressor from the backpack, you lose 20% bullet velocity, and trust me, that's something that I really see and feel in games, especially when you play like European server, and I'm from Canada, so I play NA server, so I can feel like the 20% of bullet velocity drop with the regular backpack suppressor. It could be the carbon or the combo suppressor. They're both the same. It's really a big difference. So I have the PEC 15 here, we can see on the side, for a 20% less ADS time. The Juno grip gives you 15%, 1.5 of horizontal and vertical recoil reduction, which is great to balance the weapon properly. The 30 mag with polar, just nothing crazy, and I just use thermal scope on the side, not the one on the top, because the one on the side only has 10% penalty for ADS time, where the one on top is 30%. So trust me, it makes a big difference. And I heard sometimes people saying, how do you ADS so fast? Well, first of all, you have the short barrel, which gives you, I think, 15% extra. You lose a little bit on stability, but you also gain in ADS time, plus the 20% of the PEC 15, plus the little side scope thermal. Then that makes this weapon super fast, and the fire rate makes a big difference short range too. So let's start. So we are here on Berlin. The first thing I'd like to do is to attack their most furthest position. So I spawn on the other side of town, so A1 is the most advanced position on their line. So I go over here and look at this direction, because they mostly come from that little path here. If they want to go on this side here, I can clearly hear the footsteps going on my left on my headset. So for now I don't hear anything, so I'm focusing on that door as I hear one or two people. There I go, the one is a bit on the defense, it's okay, we'll take your time. So now that I'm taking A1 now, I can see these two friends of mine taking the flag, they're gonna finish it. But I see that A2 is getting taken by the enemies, so I have to go there. So I always go for the through the hotel lobby at the back, and I don't go at the front, because you're gonna have a very bad reception for people like camping on the top of the little container construction area. So I'd rather just go at the back, so I can have my eyes on who is where, etc., how many enemies, and I can just adjust my position and my speed. And in this case I was kind of surprised, because there were two enemies coming on my left there, which is my technique. I go at the back, it's very quiet usually, but this time I had to deal with those two guys. Yeah, so you have to take care of them very quickly, because you can die quickly in this game, as you know. There we go. Now I go on the flag, taking the flag, defending as much as I can. So now always use the radar, so it's like 900 points I think in your strike points, Talking about airstrike, as long as we're here, I use the Hellfire, which is like mostly infantry missile, like you can guide with your mouse when you launched it. It's really cool. It really helps clearing a position quickly if this position is outdoor, obviously, because if it's indoor you have no chance on scoring anything. And then I use the drone that's like anti-tank drone, so that's perfect for taking out infantry which is sniping in a very far away position, or a tank that's trying to run away from everyone. Yeah, let's say the tank wants to go repair, then my wee drone can go across the map so fast and then kill the tank while he doesn't expect it. And usually you get lots of kills that way, because that's technically the damage of a rocket, if not more, for a light infantry vehicle, if I remember. So yeah, so right now I'm running my radar. This is the thing I use the most, because around me gives like a little something like, I would say 30 meters diameter circle, and I can see that there's a transport vehicle and probably one or two guys around here. Is kind of confusing, but anyway, I just have to be careful because they can spawn anytime in this vehicle. So taking care of the guy on top. So now I'm gonna attack the guy on top, because I couldn't get it from the ground. So this box over here, usually those wooden box you see, they don't cover anything. They just visually cover you, but they don't cover you against bullets. So that's why I'm just spraying the case, because I know it's gonna go through. There we go. So now that we got rid of the transport in A2, I see that A1 over here is getting taken. It's still our flag, so we still have time to save it. So my friends over here will take care of the rest. I have my squad mate over here that's taking A2, so I'm going to back to A1 to defend the flag before it's taken. Obviously I'm gonna encounter some danger on the way. So here's all footsteps, because I don't actually see them on radar. So those are actually good strategy too. They actually came to A2 while they're taking A1. You see, like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people here. So there's no need to be 17,000 people on the position to take one flag. It's better to have 3 to 4 mags, and then the rest can just switch to another position. So I go in that little corner in this hallway, because you're technically super close to A1 and you're also safe from getting shot, and that way I can activate my radar, so that way I can see the whole flag, and 95% of the position I can see, and also part of the hallway, this hallway. So I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. One is upstairs and the rest is on my level. So they keep moving, so you have to juggle always. Your eyes has to go like screen map, because they move right in real time, so you have to follow where they're going, because sometimes you look at the map, say okay, he's right there behind the wall, and by the time you just look at the monitor, he moved a little bit left, and then when you aim down the sight, he's completely in another place and you get shot, right? So sometimes you just have to quick juggle left right with your mini map. It's really something you should have at 75% of the time your eyes on. So I knew the guy was running behind the pillar. The rest is on the balcony upstairs. There's a guy at the back on the stairs. I can see he's right there. He's moving. He heard I shot his friend, because they probably have the little skull that's right there, so he knows someone on the opposite side is killing his buddy. So now those two guys looks like they're going away. Those three are staying. So I have to retreat. I got lucky here, didn't die. Now I have to take care of the guy at the back. I know he's the one that prone position got me through the doorway. Take care of his friends first. So I'm not taking the flag, as you can see here, so there's still someone that's contesting the flag, so I have to find him. I know he's on the stairs, I just have to quick peek. There we go, that's one. Now same thing, we're attacking A1 because I got killed on the way, so now we're jammed, so I can't see too much what's happening. Oh no, it's actually R jamming, so they won't see if they cross this line, they won't see their map and stuff, so it's a little bit of an advantage. So I have to take care of enemies. There are more coming. I hear footsteps upstairs. There's more coming. I knew there's one on the balcony. He was shooting earlier, so I have to get in cover. I was reloading and leaning. I heard footsteps on the back, so I turned around and he was running the hallway. Now back in A1, I can see these two enemies on my level. So one is just up that little balcony here, and this one is coming probably my way over there. So just let's see. So I'm keeping my eye on the left one because he's very close, but I wanted to get this one, and I almost got killed by the first one here. Now I know he's somewhere here. My radar is kind of gone right now, so I don't see clearly, so I know he's gonna go on the flag. And luckily he was not on the flag, so I was able to finish this guy. So the thing that I use, I spoke about it in the video, I use this little syringe. You see my mouse here, right here is like a little syringe that you unlock. It's an item you unlock from the backpack, I believe. And I have my ammo bag, so I think this way you can have health and ammo at all time. And I know people love to run with the health bag. I know it's very convenient because it gets you like 100% right away when you just press the E button in front of the bag, but sometimes ammo is more important when you run out of ammo and you have to go secondary. A secondary, as you know, is not as powerful, so this is my choice. Obviously you can do the same or not, but this is what I prefer. I think it's the most efficient. And right now on the map it's a bit gray, like the point you see, the A1 is a bit gray. That means that there's an enemy on the flag right now with you. That's why the opacity of the A1 has been dropped a little bit, so I have to just make sure I kill this person before I leave the flag. So just listen to footsteps. There we go. There's another one coming. I heard a little jump sound, so I knew he was either coming here or on my left, and when I was at this point I knew the sound on my headset started to go on my left. So always do lift right with your mouse just to kind of get the sound, to get a direction in your headsets. It's a very good technique to kind of know where the guy is coming from. So if you look straight at the enemy, then you won't know where he's coming from. But if you're like in a position like right here between two openings, like this door and this one on the left, then better to just do a left right with your mouse so you can actually see where the sound is coming from, so you pinpoint the sound down. And I just had time to peek and then kill him and see there's another guy right there. To be honest, I panicked a little bit here. I didn't land all my shots, but you know, it's better to just like reload, check your health. I can still make it, and aim for the head. Always remember, aim for the head. There we go. There's still someone on the flag with me. Put the radar, so one is upstairs and one is on my level. So now I go upstairs, that arrow is now lowered, and those two guys are actually on my left balcony there. So B2 here, I know there's someone running, he's taking the flag, so I'm gonna take care of it. But you're gonna see now that the flag is clear, because I killed the enemy, it's back to the regular opacity. But there's gonna be another person coming, and you'll see, you're gonna hear that little tick 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 sound, and you know someone is starting to drain our flags so very quickly. So I have to just know he's coming from the stairs, obviously, because he's just started. So obviously he can go from the left there, but I believe we were taking B1 at the time here, so there are no enemy coming from this side, and we didn't have C2. C2 is right there, so they were just coming down the stairs in the subway, so I knew he was coming from the stairs. That's why I just peeked. There we go. He was coming right there. A little syringe. So now I know there's two people on the flag, so I'm gonna try to run through the flames and then kill the enemy. There we go, because you never know, they can spawn on each other. Try to kill as much as possible. Here I could see my friend, so those are very important to notice when you have a lot of action going on, or sometimes you're in a big open map. Just always try to locate where your friend died and see where was the sound coming from. Obviously I saw my friend going behind those little bags over here, and he died, so I knew there were like 1 or 2 guys behind. You just have to listen to the shots. Your headset will really help you determine where the shots are coming from. And this is another consequence, I'm not using a suppressor. This is why I always use suppressors, so whenever I start shooting people, they will take a little while to realize they're getting shot at, and then usually when their buddy behind or next to them, they realize their friends is gone, I already switch target to themselves and then start shooting at them, and they won't say like, oh my god, what's happening, oh yeah, I'm getting shot. But because the suppressor is on, then they don't hear the sound that that I'm shooting them, so that's a little advantage time wise on them. So whenever you have 2 to 3 enemies in front of you, they will still take a little while to realize they're getting shot, because there's no like sound of shots. Yeah, sorry. See this one, he was thinking of shooting this guy first, but because I killed his friend and he didn't see right away, then he took maybe a third of a second to turn around, and that was just enough time for me to finish him off. And I still have 60% health. So now this B2 being taken, I have to peek because they can just camp over there, so just always peek and use that wall over here as your lifesaver, because walls and protection like this will save you more than once, more than you know. So just abuse the leaning position. You see my character is leaning already. Just abuse that mechanic, because that's really something that will make things difficult for your enemies to land their shot on you. So there's a shotgun, so I have to readjust. Yeah, I can see clearly the rocket trail, so I can see this someone shooting at our transport. Melee weapon can only be effective in one shot when you're at the back of someone. I've tried to melee someone on the front. He will do some damage, but I believe it's not as much as if you melee someone from the back. So always when you think of doing something like that, always make sure you're at the back of your enemy, otherwise you're gonna melee in his face, on the front of his face, and he's gonna shoot you and like teabag you probably. So here's a good example of taking advantage of the debris on the floor that are good camouflage. It's very confusing when you're not moving, someone is actually sprinting over this. It's very hard to notice anything because there's always like bags, vehicle fire, dead bodies sometimes. So if you're just prone, it could be very, very challenging for sprinting players to actually see you, that you're actually alive and ready to ADS. See, this guy had no idea, even though I was a bit moving, but... So here I'm jammed. I heard footsteps on my right. I could see my tank shooting, my friend shooting. There I go. Taking B2 on my own, I think. Always use that little directional damage thing, so you know which direction the enemy is coming from, which is pretty much any FPS in the world that are doing that little mechanic, which tells me, okay, I need to find covers for my left. But I also hear footsteps, so now I have to watch the right side and also taking care of this guy. I haven't located him yet, but I still hear people on the left. Now I found him, he's reloading on the steps. And always when you are on the very tight, see, he's leaning right now, which is very good, but what you can do is when you press the left click of your mouse, always try to go against, you know, the recoil. So if this one goes a little bit vertical up, then you have to click and then go down. So one thing also that I never mention is, like, I know people are using the right click to ADS, but they have to hold the button. I rather click the button to ADS and click again to not doing ADS, because I felt that when you hold the button to ADS, it's kind of hard to kind of have a good grip and good how do you say, accuracy on the mouse with your hand. Because if you put pressure with your middle finger on the right click to hold for ADS, then you will be a bit more stressed. Your hand is going to be like a claw on the mouse, and you lose a bit of your energy to focus on the left click, which is the shoot. So what I do is I right click, I ADS, so after my hands is free and relaxed, all I have to do now is focus on dropping my mouse to reduce the recoil and land all my shot to that tiny little soldier here that's like leaning perfectly. So obviously not getting the legs because that's not really damaged, so I'll try to focus on the head and the shoulder where there's no actual ceramic, and I managed to kill them, so that was a lucky shot. Yeah. So now always check your bullets. Right now I have 23 in my backpack, 31 on the mag, so always make sure you have at least 50 to 60. So I'm trying to restore my ammo and also thinking of my health. I know it's easy to forget, and after complaints that you got one shot by someone but you actually had like 33 health, so always do you look on your heads up display what you have available, because switching to a secondary will get you killed. I know it's a last chance kind of switch, but sometimes your primary is definitely more deadly than your secondary. So now I'll put my radar again so I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming. So that's gonna be a tough fight, but you have to adjust your position and engage at the right time and the right person. So you just have to find the person that doesn't see you and engage, rather than engage the guy that sees you, because you might kill less people that way. So I'm just gonna try here to focus on people that are just gonna rush. I see this guy running. He doesn't pay too much attention because he knows there's like 5 guys on the map around him, so he's gonna say like, oh, let's go on B2, I'm sure it's dead, there's nobody there. So I'm focusing on people that are not paying too much attention, people that are actually walking slowly to the points. I know they're probably either ADS or thinking of leaning or something like that, so that's why I'm focusing on those first. Now repositioning, so I'm not on the flag, so now they think they're taking the flag, and because that's their flag, if I'm on it, then their flag on their minimap will be gray, like the opacity will drop, so they will know someone is on the flag. So I'm just on purpose stepping away from the point, so it gives you a little ruse, it gives a little strategy, so they're thinking, oh, there's nobody on the flag, let's go, but I'm still there. That will give you an extra 2 kills, but right now I'm like 10 health, and I don't think I have my syringe ready. Yeah, far from it, so that'll be a bit tough to finish, but it's a good try. Footsteps, there we go. Always take your time, don't show your face too much. Now I can see there's a guy here. He's shooting in that direction. This is a shotgun, so I'm not gonna rush through the building. I'm gonna stay right here. I know that tent doesn't stop bullets, but it's a very big building, so it will be hard for the shotgun to actually aim properly, so I'm just gonna stay here and find the enemy. There we go. So see here we have 2 enemies here, which one is in the stairs. He's probably gonna come out, so that's gonna be 2 people here, and then 2 are on the subway, 3, 4 I think. So I have to take care of those 2 here. So that's the first one, the guy that went up the stairs. So all those things with the little arrows, you see, there's a red dot and there's a lower arrow pointing down, means they're actually under you. If you see that white arrow up, then you know they're like on the higher level than you. So here, this is 1, 2, 3 people on B2. And they're very much at the end of the point, so they're probably ready for spraying some bullets to whoever comes to that little staircase here. So I'm just gonna take it super slow and easy to kind of show just enough to see their head. and kill as much as possible. That's one. There we go, that's two. There's two more. That's three. So over here, what's happening here? Oh yeah, I was a bit confused of our friend because there's a vehicle here. I didn't pay attention if it was a friendly vehicle or not, but he's shooting, so I thought he was an enemy. And then I realized, damn it, it's a friendly. And I turn around and I see this guy shooting my friend, so I'm trying to kill him. It's a bit messy, but that was an enemy tank, and I hear someone shooting with the shotgun, so I was like, oh my god, I'm not done here. And in this case, you have to switch to your secondary. I know it's not the ideal weapon you want to play with, but sometimes you have no choice, and it's better to use that than reload and lose the fight, right? Again, always put the radar, listening to your footsteps. Oh, let's go back over here. So I was saying in another video that what I like to do sometimes when there's not much danger around me is to always press the M key, so that will give you the whole map, you know. So that's their spawn, that's our spawn, and then all the points over here. You can tell there's a tank over here, a few of our friends, the transport is over here. We're losing C2 at the moment, we're taking B2. So all those little info are very useful, because your minimap, technically your minimap is this size, right? It's the size of that circle roughly. So if someone is maybe a squad of 5 people of like sprinting here, and they'll probably be on B2 after maybe 5-6 seconds, they'll be on B2 through the little debris destruction area. If they're spotted by any friends that are spotting them through radar or whatever, then it's always good to press your M key, see that they're coming in your direction, so you get ready, because if you don't, then you're gonna get a bad surprise, obviously. So that's what I like to do. It's not something very common, but I like to see what's happening. So especially with my Hellfire, let's say I have tons of infantry in A2. Right now there's obviously a friend that's doing that, which is a very good strategy, just to kind of dissuade them not to take the flag because they're about to finish it. And looks like the tank has learned the lesson. He probably took a few damage, so he went back to the little tunnel area. But if it's infantry, then you can always send your missile, which is very stealthy. Like the Hellfire is actually a guided missile, so you don't hear it when it comes. It just probably the last second you hear it, but it's too late because it will kill you in the blast. So yeah, a lot of the strategies, so you know what's going on and you're not completely lost. So you know enemies will be still in C2 because they're taking the flag, and probably B1 too, so you get like a sandwich situation here. So I see that our friends will take B2, so I decide to go back to C2 and give some help. So this guy over here on the minimap is over me. He's gonna go down the stairs and I'm gonna be taking care of him. So always do a juggle, left right, minimap, screen, minimap, screen. There I go. There's a tank just above me, so no, going the wrong direction. Take the kebab little cafe place. There we go. And see what happened there. I'm gonna rush. But you see, so right now it's very important. Right now I can see the, you know, like these little sparks on the big bin over here. So which tells me, but I just realized too late, obviously, because I was sprinting, that someone has the radar on. Because obviously he probably has the radar here and you can see me coming sprinting, so this guy is pre-firing just in case I'm strafing a bit right, so his bullet will probably register on me. So just to give you an idea that when people are pre-firing is because they have the radar on. So this guy kills me and you see here marked by radar. So whenever you see people pre-firing, just take your time, maybe 10-15 seconds, just so you know their radar, is is gone. Yeah, so this guy now is gonna attack B2, so we have to spawn back somewhere to defend the position. And this is it for this game. I know we lost, but not by too much. So hopefully this video was very helpful, guys. Feel free to comment on the section below to tell me like what you want me to run with, what kind of loadout, weapons, if you wanted me to talk a different strategy for a different map, if it was helpful or not. So yeah, I'm open to hear what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed the video as much. I love this game and talk about it. I can talk all day. It's such a fun game. So yeah, I see you on the next one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers.